Welcome to Love Your Third Act, where experience meets freedom and life gets interesting again. I'm CWR, and guess where I am? While I wait for this flight, let's think about where we are on our journey. I began this podcast from my very own third act when I realized that so many of us needed some help and ideas for how we spend our precious time and energy for the years to come. Here's a quick recap. We've covered from the shove out the door to the blueprint to our third act manifesto. You'll find my previous episodes on the channel, and I hope it gives you a laugh when you either recognize yourself or someone you know. Today we're going to talk about how to seek out relationships that evolve with you. So, who walks with you now? Today we're talking about relationships, and not in a sentimental way, in a real way. Because one of the quiet truths of the third act is this: not everyone can come with you. And that's not failure. That's evolving to a new landscape. I think some relationships have seasons. Some relationships are built around shared roles, shared pressure, shared survival. When those conditions change, the relationship does too. That doesn't mean anything went wrong. It means the season shifted. In the third act, pretending otherwise is exhausting. For a person like me, who has spent a career developing professional relationships, I've always kept a very small circle of my closest friends. People I trust, people I've known for at least 20 years, and who I would trust to have my back. The energy you spend in your second act is on building the network. The third act energy gets redistributed. I don't know about you, but there is a big release when you feel true human connection, when you know someone sees you, really sees you. Here's what I notice again and again. People crave fewer relationships, but truer ones. Conversations without performance, time without obligation, presence without pretending. You stop wanting to impress. You start wanting to connect. And that changes everything. I can count my besties on one hand, and that suits me just fine. Each generation has different perspectives on their third act based on what construct they've been raised with. The most alive third acts are rarely age homogeneous. You need people who remember where you came from. You need people who are going where you're curious about. Different generations keep you open, they keep you relevant, they stop life from narrowing. This isn't about nostalgia, it's about circulation. So, how do you let go without drama? Some relationships fade quietly. No confrontation, no closure speech, just less contact, less effort, less resonance. That's not cold, that's honest. The third act invites discernment, not guilt. Everybody's busy in their own little world. So if you're noticing shifts in your relationships, ask yourself this: who sees me as I am now? Would all those people who needed something from me professionally still be happy to see me in this identity? If so, you're so lucky. These are your people. I hope you'll like and subscribe and ding that bell. I appreciate your listening and sharing it with a mate who needs to hear it. I've spent years working with people who've done everything right, built careers, led teams, delivered results, and yet quietly wondered, is this really the last chapter? That question became the reason for this podcast. Love Your Third Act is about what happens after the script ends, when experience meets freedom and life opens up again. This isn't a podcast about slowing down. It's about living deliberately, with clarity, with purpose, without pretending. Each episode explores what it means to design a third act that actually fits through honest reflection, real stories, and conversations with people who chose depth over noise. If you feel a shift happening, even if you can't name it yet, this is for you. This is Love Your Third Act with CWR. See you next time.